is Darren Fink, and this is
Jasmine Fink.
And we are doing a book review for Transfiguring Adoption. Today we are doing a book review still for kids, but we're doing it for more older kids. We're going to be taking a look at Wonder by R.J. Palacio. Let me go ahead and read the inside cover so you guys can get an idea of what the book is about. August Augie Pullman was born with a facial difference that prevented him from going to a mainstream school until now. He's about to enter 5th grade at Beecher Prep, and if you've ever been the new kid, then you know how hard that can be. The thing is, Augie's just an ordinary kid with an extraordinary face. But can he convince his new classmate that he's just like them, despite appearances? Okay. And this is a great read. I had a lot of fun with it. Jasmine, before I get into too many of my thoughts here as I'm jumping in, was it written for foster adoptive families, the general public?
It was written for general public.
The general public, and we were talking just a little bit ago, what age range would you say this book is for?
For middle school to high school.
Middle school to high school.
Middle school up.
So it is a chapter book. So it's not going to be illustrated. You're going to have to use your own imagination for things. So obviously, lower elementary and preschool, not going to be a great thing for them. August is actually going into, is it the 5th grade that he's going into? So if you have a kiddo that's in 5th grade or higher, it would be definitely a great book for them to read, and definitely a great book for you to read together as a family. Like the description said, Augie had a physical difference than everyone else. He had some deformities, and he's the new kid going to a mainstream school. And the story really walks through the first part walks through his point of view of what it's like to go into this mainstream school and be the kid that physically cannot fit in because he has such a horrible face deformity. But we thought that foster and adoptive families might be interested in this. Jasmine, why would foster and adoptive families be interested in this book?
Well, if you're the new kid in school, sometimes there are cliques if you go in certain schools, so you always don't feel like you fit into a certain group. That's how I felt whenever I first went into middle school.
And there are a lot, foster and adoptive kids are usually changing schools a lot. They have to be the new kid several times, and so this hits true to home. And I remember talking, actually, if you look at our website and you see the written review on this, Jasmine actually helped out with that. She's in her last year of middle school this year, and so she was telling me some things with, August might have some physical deformities, where people can see it and it's very evident that he's the new kid and he doesn't fit in and he's having issues and problems. And I think one thing you were telling me is that a lot of people might think that a foster adoptive child that's going in for the first time, they might say, oh, well, your issues aren't anywhere near what he had to deal with. They're not the same. And you were kind of telling me, no, that's not right. They're actually there are actually a lot of similarities, and the struggles are kind of the same, right?
Yeah, we might not, foster kids or adoptive kids may not have physical scars and stuff like that August had, but they have
the emotional and the feelings of it, right?
Stuff, and
So there are a lot of emotional similarities and how August is having to deal with things. One thing I enjoyed about this book is it creatively, and it's very just ingenuitive in that the author takes you through various points of views throughout the book. So you're almost doing the bunny hop, and if you know what I mean, the bunny hop is a dance almost where you take 3 steps forward and then you end up taking 2 steps back and then 3 forward and then 2 back. So you kind of do that with this book, where the book goes along and tells the story, and then you take 2 steps back so that you can get a different point of view from someone else in the story, whether it's August, a friend of August, or whether it's his sister, or someone else. You're getting someone else's point of view, and then it's advancing the story just a little bit more before you go back again to get someone else's point of view. And it's just kind of neat because you get the different motives. If you feel someone in the book is being a jerk, you kind of get their point of view of their motives and why they might be doing that. So it also makes a great conversation piece with your foster adoptive child, or any child really, if they're having a rough time at school and they're being bullied, or they're on the bad end of a situation. you can actually use this book and have a conversation too about like, well, why do you think this child might be bullying you? Why are they treating you this way? And it shows you that maybe they have something going on in their life that is making them do that. Not that it fixes it, but it's good to empathize with people, right? Jasmine, did you have any other thoughts on this book?
I think people should really read this. If it was for adoptive kids, I would have said that you guys should really get this.
Right, so Jasmine's talking about our grading scale. We go up to 5 hoots. Unfortunately for this book, we cannot give it a full 5 hoots because we only reserve that for books and media that deal directly with foster and adoptive families or issues. And since this did not, we did give it 4 out of 5 hoots. We think it is going to be that impactful and that powerful for you to start conversations. The other powerful thing too is just, obviously, even like the sticker says on here, it's been made into a motion picture. So it's quite popular. So it's going to be one of those books, almost like Harry Potter or anything else, where it's just really popular and other kids are already reading it. So it might be kind of the in thing to do. It's not going to be like, do we have to really read a book? Other kids have already read this or seen the movie, so it's going to give it a pop edge to it so that your kids want to read it. Maybe they want to talk about it. So that's definitely in your favor here. Definitely go onto our website. If you haven't already, check out our discussion questions we've gone through and gone by part. So we don't just have discussion questions for the whole book. We went by parts so that you can read a little bit and then ask questions and have a discussion so that you can really nurture and grow your family. Check that out at transfiguringadoption.com. We have other book reviews for kids and for grown-ups and other great tools on there. So definitely go check that out at, where was it again?
transfiguringadoption.com.
Very cool. We hope to see you there. We hope we're helping to nurture and grow your foster or adoptive family. How sad would you be if I forgot to hit record?
So sad, my cheeks are numb.